There is no mystery about who murdered a Lone Tree boy. It was his own father. But there are plenty of questions as to why that little boy was ever in harm's way.
And tonight, Governor Polis is getting involved, telling Denver 7 he is closely monitoring a state investigation into what happened to Ty Tesoriero and whether the court system failed to see the warning signs.
Denver 7's Jennifer Kovaleski broke the story yesterday at 6 o'clock. She's back with new details. And the more you learn, this is just so tragic.
Shannon and I've gone through hundreds of pages of court documents, read email after email where they asked police, prosecutors, DHS, you name it, to do something. But no one intervened. No one listened to their pleas for help until it was too late.
She's not your mother, Ty. She's a piece of crap. Remember how she cheated on Papa and how she lied?
Mom. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mom,
remember that forever.
On Papa.
The audio recordings tell the real story of the abuse. A controlling ex-husband who brainwashed his son Ty and refused to let his mom pick him up for her court-ordered parenting time.
AJ, can you stop talking?
No, I can't, because you're a piece of shit.
Talking bad about me in front of
Despite the mandatory protection order she had against her ex Anthony, which should have prevented this, Jing Tesoriero says the emotional and psychological abuse never ended.
His threats, he's using Ty, threatened me since the very beginning. Since the very first day, I wanted to be out of his control.
He even took those threats online, where he destroyed her and her new husband's reputation, and anyone else who got in his way.
He was going to Google for everything, and any professional that was involved was being threatened, and I think they didn't want to deal with him.
New emails going all the way back to May of 2018 show Jing's attorney Caroline Cooley alerted police and the court system that Anthony has been wrongfully keeping the minor child for the last 56 days. She demanded a criminal investigation for violating his protection order, noting there has been an ongoing pattern of mental abuse by father with the minor child.
I requested Department of Human Services multiple times to reopen the case, to assume jurisdiction. My requests were rejected.
In August, it continues. So Jing's attorney reaches out to Douglas County Human Services directly, writing, "We have at least 3 police reports and now a DHS call in the last 75 days.
And nobody wanted to investigate. We talked to the police. We tried to file a police report because we couldn't prove that's him.
It would take 15 months before Jing would finally get her day in court. A day when the judge finally saw her ex for who he really was. The last day Jing would see Ty alive.
Ty should have been moved from father's custody and put into mother's custody 15 months ago. We requested it. Our request was denied.
The judge planned to give Jing custody, but took the weekend to write her order, letting Ty go home with his dad. Less than 24 hours after the custody hearing, Anthony shot his son and then turned the gun on himself.
That kid went through so much, and he tried so hard just to not make things worse for me.
This is not an easy story to report on. And with the more digging we do, it seems clear the system failed this child, and this never should have happened. The state is investigating, and as we've reported, those findings will be made public. And Shannon, as you mentioned, an investigation that the governor is now watching closely.
Just sickening and heartbreaking.
Oh, it really is.
It is. A lot of questions.
Yeah, but thanks for your work on that.
Thank you, Jen.